I'm Elena, a third-year public relations student at the University of Guelph-Humber. For years, I've been on a mission to be as mindful as possible. I was even named biggest activist in my high school yearbook. These days, I'm more focused on how I can be a more mindful consumer. So for 1 week, I went completely zero waste as a student. That meant no kombucha, no vegan yogurt, and no Oreos. Before the challenge, I thought I was pretty good. I brought my water bottle with me everywhere, used a bamboo toothbrush, and even owned a reusable cutlery set. I thought I was doing my part to help the planet, but I could have been doing better. In Canada, only about 11% of plastics are recycled properly, and in 2010, we released roughly 8,000 tons of plastic into the oceans. That's like one garbage truck of trash every minute. That got me thinking, what were the areas in my life that I created the most waste in? I narrowed it down to 3 targets: food, hair and beauty, and hygiene. Here's how it went.
So it is day 1 of my zero waste week. I've gone to Lush, Bulk Barn, and Fortino's and have loaded up on all the zero waste beauty and food essentials that I'll need for the week. I'm also not going to be wearing any makeup. 1, because plastic waste, and 2, because I think it'll be a great challenge to clear my skin and just simplify my life.
After stocking up for the week, I began meal prepping, but quickly ran into my first problem.
There's literally plastic stickers on every single piece of produce. And they're not paper either, like they're plastic.
And just like that, I had my first piece of trash for my jar.
One thing that I should mention is I'm not actually counting products that I already own in the whole zero waste thing. For example, I have a bag of frozen berries in my freezer, but I've had those in there for a while because part of the zero waste lifestyle is using up what you already have and then replacing it.
After the stress of meal prepping, I decided it was time to try out my new Lush shampoo and conditioner bar. Surprisingly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be, and I ended up loving them. I was a huge fan of Lush's toothy tabs too. Although they don't accept the bottle empties, they still were a great alternative to my regular toothpaste. Day 2 was when reality really set in.
Some sweet potatoes going in my crock pot.
With all my food for the week prepped, I felt like I was doing pretty well. Or so I thought.
So it's day 2, gonna be honest. It's pretty difficult. I miss Cliff Bars and Awake Bars and yogurt. Trash update. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I have the dreaded fruit stickers and like a banana sticker. And then I have the gym wipe. So yeah, not too bad for day 2. It's day 3.
By day 3, I was starting to get the hang of it and even ended up making almond milk with my roommate.
Are you having fun?
Well, maybe not, but at least I got her on the Diva Cup train.
Good morning. It is day 4 of zero waste and just had my course registration, which was always a nightmare.
On day 4, I finally decided to compost the lovely pile that had accumulated on our kitchen floor. By day 5, I was getting real tired of Bulk Barn pasta every single night. And then this happened.
So, I was feeling bad about buying this chocolate bar. When I opened it, I realized it's wrapped in paper, so it's compostable. The packaging is biodegradable. So that just goes to show you can be zero waste and still eat things that are wrapped, just sustainably wrapped.
On campus, it's easy to find waste wherever you go. From bottles to chips to garbage, it seemed I just couldn't escape it. So I decided to step up.
So what I'm going to do is go to the booster juice on campus and see if they'll put my smoothie in this jar instead of the regular disposable ones.
I expected some hostility, but after a little negotiating, they finally caved in. I felt pretty accomplished. After 7 days, my trash jar was a mix of food packaging, paper, and 1 lone tampon.
Thank God. So it's been 1 week and this is all the trash I produce. Honestly, didn't think it would go as well as it did. Of course, there were some challenges, especially with planning my time, planning my meals, finding alternatives on campus to things I would normally get. Overall, this week has been really inspiring for me and has really just encouraged me to look at areas of my life where I can maybe be creating less trash and creating less of an impact on this earth. My top 3 takeaways I would say for this week is definitely be prepared, know what you're buying each week, bring your reusable cup with you, your water bottle, your utensils, your cloth, and you'll be good to go. Secondly, you will get weird looks, but that's okay. You're informing people and leading by example, which is so important and empowering, and it's all part of creating a movement and inspiring other people to do the same thing. Lastly, meal prepping from scratch takes longer than you think it will. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that zero waste is expensive or unattainable or only for a certain group of people, but we all could be doing little things each day that really add up over time and really can impact this earth.
There's a lot we don't have control over, like finances, family life, and personal issues. But we can control the little decisions we choose to make each day that really add up over time. For me, this week was a huge success, and I'm excited to keep going on my low impact journey, wherever it takes me.